What other famous Bible characters do we read of in Judah's lineage? This is the question we seek to answer today as we continue our verse-by-verse study of the book of 1 Chronicles on Walking Through the Bible.
The glory of his cross.
Today we're going to be discussing 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verses 13 to 23. But before we do that, let's read the passage. If you have a Bible with you, turn to 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 13. But if you don't have a Bible, don't worry, just follow along with us on the screen. The version that we'll be reading from is the New King James Version. So, 1 Chronicles chapter 4, beginning at verse 13. The sons of Kenaz were Othniel and Seraiah. The sons of Othniel were Hathath and Meopathai, who begot Ophrah. Sarai begot Joab, the father of Ge-Harashim, for they were craftsmen. The sons of Caleb, the sons of Jephunneh, were Eru, Elah, and Naaman. The sons of Elah were Kenaz. The sons of Jaleel were Ziph, Ziphah, Tiria, and Asarel. The sons of Ezra were Jether, Mered, Epher, and Jalon. Mered's wife bore Miriam, Shammai, and Ishba, the father of Eshtemoa. His wife, Jehujah, bore Jared, the father of Gedor, Heber, the father of Soko, and Jekuthiel, the father of Zanoah. And these were the sons of Bethiah, the daughter of Pharaoh, whom Mered took. The sons of Hodiah's wife, the sister of Naham, were the fathers of Keilah, the Garmite, and Eshtemoa, the Maacathite. The sons of Shimon were Amnon, Rinnah, Ben-Hanan, and Tilon. The sons of Ishi were Zoheth and Ben-Zoheth. The sons of Shelah the son of Judah, were the father of Leka, Leadah, the father of Maresha, and the fathers of the house of the linen workers of the house of Ashbea. Also Joachim, the men of Chazibah, and Joash, Seraph, who ruled in Moab, and Jashubai-Lehim. Now the records are ancient. These are the potters and those who dwell at Nataim and Gedera. There they work with the king for his work. We have finally come to the end of the record of the tribe of Judah. No, not an end to the list of names, but at least after today's lesson, we have one tribe down, only 11 more to go. But rest assured, the other 11 tribes won't be described in nearly as much detail as Judah was. So even though we've got to get through 11 more tribes, they should go quicker. Why was Judah expanded on so much? Well, remember, most of the returning captives were from the tribe of Judah. Not all of them, for all the tribes did return in some capacity, but Judah made up the vast majority of them. Thus, it is to be expected that Judah takes center stage. However, there were more reasons for this. First, the tribe of Judah was instrumental in setting up the temple worship through the actions of King David before Solomon built the temple. We often think that Solomon was the one who built the temple, but in fact, Solomon executed the building of the temple. Before he died, David made sure that he had the land. He made sure that the Levites were prepared to conduct worship at this temple. He was intimately involved. And since Chronicles is written from a priestly perspective, highlighting the family and tribe that did this was important. And then, of course, there's the messianic aspect. Judah understood that they were returning to the land in order that God might fulfill his promise of the Messiah that was made to Abraham and further explained in the prophets. Now, they didn't know when God would send the Messiah. In fact, many most likely thought it would be perhaps in their lifetime or the lifetimes of their immediate children. But what they did know was that the Messiah would come from the tribe of Judah and the house of David. Therefore, having Judah front and center in this book makes sense from that perspective. With the exception of the immediate family lineage of David, though, there hasn't been too many names we have recognized. In today's reading, though, there should be two that we know pretty well, Othniel and Caleb. Both men were from the tribe of Judah, and while it is speculated as to which family they belong to, I don't believe such can be definitively proven from Scripture, except from the point that they were from Judah. Othniel was, of course, the first judge of Israel after the death of Joshua, with Othniel being the son of Kenaz. You can read of the account of his judgeship in Judges 3, which is in Lesson 7 of our Judges series, which can be accessed at eastendchurch.org under the Media pull-down menu and the WTTB English podcast link. What we have learned from Joshua and Judges about Othniel and Caleb was that they were related. Now, yes, some commentaries have them being brothers. However, in our studies of those two books, we showed why that it was Kenaz and Caleb who were the brothers, making Othniel Caleb's nephew. That supposition is largely confirmed here with how the structure of the genealogy is given. Kenaz had two sons, Othniel and Sariah. Caleb isn't mentioned here. In fact, he's not mentioned until 2 verses later as the son of Jephunneh. That would seem to indicate two different lineages. But there was another reason we concluded that Othniel and Caleb weren't brothers, which was that Othniel married Caleb's daughter. Under the law of Moses, marrying your uncle was forbidden, according to Leviticus 18, verse 14, which Caleb's daughter would have been doing had Caleb and Othniel been brothers. However, marrying one's cousin was not forbidden, and although we generally don't practice this today, at least first cousin marriage, it was practiced then among the tribal people, like Israel was tribal. Othniel was an effective judge in Israel, bringing Israel back from sin so that the land could enjoy rest for 40 years. As for Caleb, he is remembered for being one of the two spies, Joshua being the other, who said that Israel could take the land of Canaan when the other 10 spies said that they couldn't. And as such, Caleb and Joshua were the only ones from the older generation who got to enter Canaan following the 40 years of wilderness wandering. Caleb would eventually settle in Hebron, a major city in Judah, important not only in the life of Abraham, but in the life of David as well. As for the rest of the names listed here in this section of 1 Chronicles 4, we know little about them. We do learn that the people of Judah had among themselves linen workers and potters of the king, as well as some who ruled in Moab, seemingly at some time before David, but what time we don't know. This section closes by giving us the only records in Scripture of the descendants of Shelah, the only remaining son of Judah who did not come from Tamar. This shows us that Shelah did eventually marry, that he did have children, and that his family did prosper in Judah. Other than that, we know little about this specific people mentioned here. And so closes the lineage of Judah as recorded by 1 Chronicles. In our next lesson, we will take up with the tribe of Simeon, so we invite you back for that. With that, our time is up for today. We will be taking a 1-week break and will return, the Lord willing, on Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. When we return, we'll take up with 1 Chronicles 4, verses 24 to 43. We hope you'll come back and join us for that discussion, when we will continue our walk through the Bible, one verse at a time. Thank you for watching today's episode. We hope that you found it edifying and ask that you not only subscribe to our channel and podcast, but that you like and share this episode among your friends, so that the saving gospel of Jesus Christ can go out to the whole world.
Of his cross.